So what is AB 3088? Well, California Newsom just passed a new bill which supports the Tenant Relief Act in favor of tenants, leaving landlords and investors in the dark for a couple more months. But here's a quick update regarding those terms. So here's update number 1 regarding non-payment evictions. Landlords cannot evict for non-payment anybody that went through a financial hardship from March all the way to August 2020. Tenants are now entitled to a 15-day notice versus a typical 3-day, which is in effect from here all the way to January 31st, 2021, unless extended so. So if a tenant declares financial distress, the landlord has to follow the following. As of today, September 1st, all the way to January 31st, 2021, tenants are now responsible to make a 25% payment to the landlord, and failure to do so can lead to an eviction. So if you're in a better position than before, make sure you take care of your end to avoid any mistakes. So here's update number 2, which revolves around just cause. In other words, a tenant's right to know. Tenants are not protected from here to January 31st, 2021. As for landlords, they can now evict but must comply with the following, which revolves around the Tenant Protection Act of 2019, AB 1482. So in other words, you can still be evicted during these times if you're being either a bad neighbor or being a bad tenant causing damages to the property, which is now more than probable cause. In regards to the modifications, a landlord can give notice to a tenant if the house requires substantial renovations in order to comply with the health and safety laws. Modification 2 is if a homeowner has a property for sale, and better said has a contract for sale with the current buyer with intentions to occupy it, they more than likely have the chance to give notice as well. And well, here comes topic number 3, landlords seeking rental debt. In other words, anybody that was delinquent from March 2020 all the way to January 2021, your landlord has the right to take you to small claims court, try to get this issue resolved. So if you're a proactive tenant and you're able to reach out to your landlord and work out some type of payment plan, chances are you're better than most. But for anybody that try to play the system, and try to get the runaround, chances are they're going to take you to small claims court. So in other words, you have from here to March 1st to stack your chip and get proper with your landlord. And well, here's update number 4, which revolves around guardrail on local evictions and moratoria. Any payment plan for missed rental payments that are set to begin prior March 1st, 2021 cannot be extended. So anything after March 1st must begin on that given date. And finally, here we are, update number 5, which revolves around new penalties for illegal lockouts. Prior to AB 3088, penalties were $100 per day for essential damages. Now these new penalties have increased all the way to $1,000 all the way to $2,500 per day if the resident had the chance to provide their landlord with the proper documentation regarding financial distress. So if you're a landlord and you're fed up with your tenant and you decided to switch up the locks, chances are you're going to receive a hefty price tag. Just know all this is set in stone and should sunset by February 1st, 2021. So if you're a tenant and you receive an eviction notice, don't ignore it. Go seek legal advice. Chances are your landlord is not aware of your rights or is taking advantage of the system trying to see what he can get away with. In regards to landlords and investors, just know there's going to be better days ahead. So stay strong, stay solid, and just know we're all going to get through this. Like always, my name is Javier Feria with GG Homes, your local preferred investor. And if you know anybody in need of a cash offer here in the Southern California market, please don't hesitate to reach out. In the meantime, guys, God bless. Take care.